greetings and salutations to everybody out there in the YouTube universe and beyond. We are at the, what time is it? 11:40 turn at the Battle of Dresden. And we'll zoom out a little bit so we can get some perspective. The Russians and Prussians are attacking Dresden from the east, while the Austrians are slowly and methodically making their way up from the south and west. We have Test's brigade coming in as reinforcements, and soon we'll also be getting some cavalry, and we'll see kind of how everything sorts itself out as we push forward, or as we deal with the onslaught of Allied units here. So that's kind of where things are at this particular point in time. And we've got a fresh division of Russians over here, kind of probably taking over. Last turn, the Russians captured redoubt number 1. It's very sad. All those gunners got sabred or bayoneted, but only with cardboard bayonets and cardboard sabers. But since they're cardboard people, it probably hurts slightly. Here then we've got the Prussians. They're kind of a little bit beaten up. And then we have a new brigade of Russians coming in here through the Gross Garden. So that's where things are with our friends attacking on that side. We've got the Austrian light avant-garde over here, and then a bunch of Grenzers, and then their masses of infantry coming in there. So, without any further ado, I will join my colleagues in Discord. If you have any questions or comments while you're watching this, you're welcome to post it in the chat, or if you're watching this after we've done the live stream, you are welcome to put comments in the comment section. And of course, please hit the like button. That helps to stoke the algorithm and send other people who may or may not have been exposed to La Bataille, lets them know about this game, and they can then join in the mayhem and the fun. So that's what's up. Here we go.
Sure.
All right, guys, how are you?
Good.
Good. All right. Well, it's the 11:40 turn, last I checked.
Yep, we were just discussing that.
Okay. So I think this is where we get to the turn we start to call in our airstrikes.
The firebombing.
Firebombing?
Is that where we're at?
Yeah, that's where we're at. There's a freak time storm, and Allied airplanes start to fly over Dresden at just the wrong time. So,
Yeah.
or it could be the right time for you, you know.
Yeah, they killed a lot of Frenchmen instead of the Germans.
There you go. Well, I think you wanna delay it till the Imperial Guard is marching through the city, and then you do it.
Well, they won't be able to march through because of the flames and the heat.
I know, but it's hard for you to capture it if it's just a flaming molten mess there.
We don't have to.
That's true.
We have denied it as a base for supplies. And
That's true. But I do have the battleship Yamato is coming up the Elbe, and so we'll use that to show
good
you.
luck with that.
Well, what was that movie that had the aircraft carrier that traveled through time? What was that called?
Yeah.
Oh man, only Doctor Who would think of something.
That
like
was
this.
called. That was like the Enterprise. That was called
The Final Countdown.
Final Countdown.
Yeah,
That's
Final
it.
Countdown.
And it was the USS Nimitz. That
No, I thought it was the Enterprise.
no, it wasn't. It was the Nimitz, because they made a joke, because at the time Chester Nimitz was an admiral, and they're like, why the heck did you name a carrier after that guy? So that's why I remembered it was the Nimitz. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So, all right. I think I used that joke when I was playing Hassenhausen, playtesting it, when we had those big 32 increment hussars that the Prussians had coming and chasing after some poor benighted French. I'm like,
One weird game.
I'm like, oh, this is when we need to have, the aircraft carrier bringing in an airstrike on the Prussian cavalry. So a very challenging game, to be sure. So, all right. Well, are we ready to do our thing?
Yeah, let's go to our rooms.
Okay. Hello, Tom. How are you?
Good, Eric. How's it going?
I cannot complain. Mostly because it doesn't do me any good. So, the good news is we now have 3 command points, since Marshal Murat is on the board, and Napoleon's on the board, and Saucier's on the board. So you can have your very own.
Michel makes his roll,
and
we got 4.
Yeah, we got 4. I mean, that is a party. And I think this turn we get a bunch of infantry. No, infantry. We get cavalry. Looks like we get a boatload of light cavalry coming in. So we can either keep it all together, or we can, dispatch some of it to one side of the city or another. But that's our reinforcements coming in this turn. And so that's what we got cooking. So, as far as command points go, I can use 1 for Saucier over on my side of the field, and I can use 1 for, I believe it's Gross with the Young Guard. Over there by readout number 2. And then you can use 1, I guess, for the 44th. Or no, that's the 45th Division.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have anything to do with them. I mean, not until they commit.
Well,
see where.
Is there anything else we want to do? Because what I'm looking at is having you deal with the defense everywhere from, there's that stream that runs kind of out from the Dresden moat over towards Grossgarten. Yeah, so basically you'd be looking at, I mean, I'd have the units that are there because they're part of the 44th division. But have you basically take everything to the west of that. So that's going to be readouts 3, 4, and 5, and kind of the units that are there until test shows up.
Okay, that's fine.
So, and we do have this heavy cavalry that's there with Lebrun in right smack in the middle of Dresden. We can always give that a move, and we can send it if you wanted to put it over there on the west side of town, over there by Friedrichstadt. I don't know, but we might as well try to do something with what we've got there.
But how much cav do they have over there? Do they have a ton?
No, they don't. I mean, most of their cavalry's gotten blown to pieces. They've got a couple of like Landwehr cavalry, but for the most part, they don't have much cav left.
I would say move the heavies over there to your side, and that way it'll tip the scale on one side more to our advantage, because if the heavies are just out here just for show to a certain degree, and we're getting more cav anyway, I'd say move the heavies over to your side to put the fear of God into them.
Okay. Well, I am setting up a grand battery there by readout number 2, so that should cause a lot of pain and suffering. And I have the potential of setting up another grand battery over on the east side of the city, behind where readout number 1 is.
Okay.
So
they won't. They're not going to. They're not going to be the outskirts of the town really for another couple turns. They won't even be to any redoubts yet until for 2 turns. Now, obviously, they can get back-to-back turns, but...
Well, good. Then we'll put a moo on, so that we'll basically have those 3 moos, and then whatever you roll for Pajol. And we'll just do it that way.
Okay. I'll roll through Pujol right now.
Oh, he passes. It's good to be talented.
Yeah.
All right, and then we need number 3. Are you using moo number 3 or moo number 4 for Pajol, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, I can pull out like number 11 for Pujol.
Yeah.
It's no big deal.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, let's go and see if they've figured out what they're going to do. Well, they're still chatting, so. Okay. Well, we might as well move up to the lobby so they at least know we're done.
Okay. I don't know if they meet before this game like they do with Moscow, but who knows?
Yeah, I mean, they've got a finite number. I think they've only got five dedicated command points. So that means that
That means 2 minutes for each command point to decide what they're going to do for a total of 10 minutes. So they're going to be in there for 10 minutes.
I like that rule. That's a good one. Well, it looks like the Russians, well, maybe they're doing something, maybe they're not. Maybe they've changed their mind what they're going to do.
There's some clicking over there.
Yeah, there's always some clicking.
Let's do some clicking of our own. This guy right there.
Is that it? Make them worried? Yeah. Put the fear of clicking in them.
Are the French a bit darker blue than the Prussians?
They look like it. I mean, most of the French have got, the numbering is more, Latin, while the Germans have got that sort of different font on their numbering. But just comparing it, it's hard to say. Some of the units look like they're a slightly different blue. It looks like the French, yeah, I mean, it looks like the French are maybe a slightly brighter blue. Yeah. I mean, I've got the game. I could always just pull it out and compare.
I was just kind of curious. I mean, I could test the colors. That's easy to do. I'll just pull in each one of the colors and test the colors.
Yeah. But they are fairly similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching a show. The American Battlefield Trust has a YouTube channel. And so they've been touring through a bunch of battlefields in North Carolina. And so they had one talking about the Battle of Guilford Courthouse. And I guess a bunch of Hessians were, part of the British contingent there. And they're wearing the same color blue uniforms as the Continentals. So they come marching forward, and the Continentals are, yay, here's our guys coming. And then they end up leveling their muskets and blasting them to pieces, like, oh my gosh, that really wasn't the case. So it's kind of reminiscent of those poor Saxons at Wagram, who happened to be wearing white uniforms. And the Austrians are wearing white uniforms, and during the twilight hours there, or as the sun is setting, it's kind of hard to tell who's who out there. So
what do we got? Another 2 minutes, and we'll be about the 10-minute mark.
yeah, just about.
These guys.
Well, they've got it. It looks like they've got a couple of moves down. Oh, you've got that one poor unit that's out of command. Let's see. He's got that's 46 plus probably what, another. He's got like 60 increments or more surrounding that poor unit.
I know.
Oh, that is hilarious.
Even though he's going to die, he's done his job well. I mean, they slowed him up for so long.
Oh yeah, no, that was very amusing. So, well, it looks like the Austrians have placed a couple of moves. So there's at least 3 moves that are down that I see. I don't know what everybody else is doing. If John's got any moves.
I only see 2.
It looks like there's one on Hesse-Homburg, and then there's a couple over on number 1 by Schleisenwohl, and then there's number 2. Okay. Yeah. So there's at least 3 of them. So that means John is still trying to figure out where he's going to put his.
I was hoping they'd put it on the guy up in the top, up in the north, Friederstadt, or what's his name?
That's Mesco.
I was hoping they'd put one on Mesco, because my cavalry's a little bit more of a threat, but apparently not.
Well,
that just slows up that middle a lot more. They can't move because they don't have a leader out there.
Oh, because they're all part of the same guy?
Yeah, all those guys up there. That's why I was hoping that they'd put a moo on him instead of one of the other southern ones. I mean, those skirmishers, all those skirmishers that are around Labata, just southeast of
Right.
Labata, they've been like that for 3 turns now. They haven't done anything. They haven't moved. They haven't done anything for 3 turns.
Well, that's why it looks like he's given them a moo. That moo number 2 on girth. That must be for that 3rd reserve. So that means that that's all those skirmishers looks like he's going to have moving.
I know. I wanted that moo up in the north, so those guys are just staying around for another turn. That's what I wanted.
Oh, well. Next time.
What's their movement point? Oh, so they move at 8, okay. Oh, I lied. They can get to the redoubt on this turn then. Oh, well.
Let's go pester them. You guys ready? You guys ready? Okay.
Oh, I know. You guys got to get that other stuff up there.
We're almost done. That's what they probably said.
Something like that. They were in a middle of a heated discussion, trying to figure out what to do. Yes, my daughter's in a play, so she's trying to get her rehearsals and all that stuff going. She's asking me if I have a black vest. So she obviously has to put together part of her own costume from the looks of it. So...
well, hopefully you're able to help.
Data analysis shows too many variables.
Too many variables.
And then I have a friend of mine who wants to play Battle Cry. Has anyone played Battle Cry yet? I think that's like Command and
No.
Colors for American Civil War.
I was interested in, what is this Fallen Eagles thing? Has anybody played that? It's him.
Is it the same? Is it that same Richard Borg?
Data analysis shows too many
No.
variables.
I don't think so.
I've seen it. I've never played it.
I don't think
It's not a oh, what is it?
it's tactical, but I believe it's simpler.
Yeah, I think I seem to recall. I think Battle Cry was for Civil War, so I'll be playing Battle Cry tomorrow. So I have a neighbor who he and I have off and on gotten together. And during the pandemic, we'd set up a table out on the back patio. And we would play a game with the breeze blowing through and the lovely Southern California air. So I just got in the post a copy of Bonaparte at Marengo, which is a very interesting looking game. There's no dice, there's no charts. It's all purely maneuver. So it looks very intriguing. But the game itself, I think, was published like 16 years ago. So I picked it up on eBay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Where did you guys put your MUs?
Well, are we going to roll for your cavalry MUs first?
We already did that. I don't know. Have you guys rolled for yours?
Yeah, I did. I missed mine.
No, I haven't. I'm going to do it now. Okay, I see where your MUs are. You got 2?
We've got 4.
4 now. So there's 1. There's 2 down on the front line here. 3. And the 4th one is...
Pajol.
Oh, okay, there's 1 on LeBrun in the town, too.
Yep.
Okay, well, there's 1 out in your area.
So the ones that's down, I'd say kind of northeast of readout number 4, that is a administrative march for Test's division.
Oh, okay.
So that's just marking the destination hex.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so heck, let's see. I think we have...
Oh, you have 1 over on in the cavalry? Is that what okay, 1 over there, and the other 3 are in front of the old stock there. 1 there. 2 of them there. And 1 inside the old stock. Okay. I got a question. How did Napoleon end up back in Neustadt?
He moved there during the leader movement phase.
Oh, so he can do both. He can direct guns and then turn around and move again?
It depends on when the chit is pulled. So if we pull the gun chit right now, he's going to be shit out of luck, right? He's not going to be able to do anything. So he's stacked with a unit that's routed. The idea being to get those peasants to recover and flog them back into line. So
Dope. I was wondering about that.
well, that's the peculiarity of the chit pull system. Love it or hate it, it is what it is.
Did you get anything there, Al?
Anything what?
It looks like they all failed.
I didn't get any. Anybody else get 1?
No. So we got our 5.
Okay, I gotta organize that, so. John, you didn't get any?
No.
Okay, so it's gonna be real close as to who gets the first chit here. All right. You have 5 in there, and you guys have 4.
That is correct. So
Who is going?
So if we want the French to go first, we'll have David pull. But
Yeah.
if you want the Allies to go first, either Tom or I will pull. That's the way it always seems to work. So I will split the difference. I'll go ahead and pull the first one. So here we go. Oh, true to
There we
form,
go.
it's the Allies. So
Okay.
all right, you guys get to do whatever fun, exciting stuff you've got planned.
Okay.
I have no charges.
John, do you have any charges?
No.
Okay.
I have a charge.
All right. Albert has a charge.
Hold on. All right. Let's see. Okay. Excuse me, I'm having trouble. Unit markers. Okay. Cavalry Charge.
Oh, you have a charge. Oh, okay.
And I think I'll go ahead and do. No, I'm not. Just one charge. And I'm going to put it on. These guys.
So, just so I'm clear, we're moving the cavalry like we are in Moscow, correct?
That's right. It's torpedoes. Torpedoes away.
All right.
I don't know that I've given this. How many? That's the case. I'm not sure this guy can. I think I counted it. Well, I counted this out in the old method, and it was enough. But I haven't counted it out. So I think what I'll do is, just to be safe, I'll do another one. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'll do the 13-2 first. The guy up the top. Okay. So, wait a minute. All right, so I go, he's light.
Mm-hmm.
So he can go, he goes into that one.
Right, there's
And
one.
now I think he can now turn. I'm not sure.
That's cost 2.
He can turn to here.
That's
And
3.
turn
That's
his
4.
facing.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a straight shot from there.
All right, I'll roll for my reaction charge. All right.
How many?
Okay, yeah. So move it back, or when does that?
Move it back one.
Yeah,
Because I
The
assume you're
reaction
doing
charge
it at
goes
5
out
hexes.
6 hexes, yeah.
you do it at 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or well, he has to say when he's going to do it. He can first do it at 6 hexes.
As soon as it was on the 6, that's why I said, okay, I'll do my reaction charge. And so now I moved.
So here's the thing. Al, do you want to engage his cavalry?
Yes.
Then you guys just move and meet in the middle. It's only if you're trying to avoid his cavalry that you have to worry about counting out points and everything else.
Running him or
Yeah,
whatever.
if it's a case where you guys both want to meet, then you just say split the difference, and here we're here or we're there, kind of a thing.
Yeah, so now we meet. Let's see. Who goes first in this countercharge thing?
So you move forward 2, he moves forward 2, and you guys meet right here, right? He'll be here, you'll be there.
That's right.
It's
Yeah.
it's we don't have to make it any more difficult than that.
Yep.
All right. I need to keep track of the square I came from, though. So
Nope, it doesn't matter in the slightest where you came from, because there's no risk of trampling or any of that jazz.
Okay.
You do want to make sure you have your losses with you, though, right?
And you're turned and facing straight into them. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have 2 losses, but nothing happened. Okay. All right. So now the other one. going to happen right here like this. 1, 2, 3.
No, that's more than
Is that
3.
legal?
Right? So it's 1, 2. If you turn 3, 4,
Rotate.
5. And then if you want to turn again,
Okay.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah, I'd keep going straight because it's only.
I have to
plus
go over
3
that.
both.
That thing
Only
costs
plus
about
3.
4 or 5.
It costs plus
Plus
3. So it's easier to go
Plus
over
3.
the drainage thing.
Okay, so that's how many now?
1,
5,
2,
6,
you'd be
7,
6 to
8,
get right
9,
there.
10,
6, okay.
12, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, you
6. I'm 6 there.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9,
Okay. I'll move
10.
that reaction charge.
I don't think you can. You're exhausted.
Yeah, you can't reaction charge if you're exhausted.
That's right.
Okay, here, and then I'll turn again. One more. And go right there. All right. Okay. Let's see. In the top one, you're the attacker.
Okay. I mean, do you want to go first? You want me to? It doesn't matter to me.
Well, let's do the top one first. Why don't we do that?
and then the bottom one you need to face this.
No, I'll face towards him. Okay, so I'm 40. I'm 10/13 of 42.
Does he get the charge bonus because it's a straight line?
No, because
Yeah,
it was a reaction charge. So there's no
Oh,
charge
he's talking.
bonus.
I'm talking about.
He's talking about the other one, and he had to do a face.
Yeah, he did a turn there the last 2 hexes, so he didn't go.
No, I'm talking about the one
This
top
one. I'm talking. Yeah,
No,
talking about this
you don't
one.
get the doubling if there's a reaction charge. So if he'd
Okay,
failed his
that's what I was
reaction
asking.
charge, then you'd get the doubling. So
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, what are you, Tom?
I'm 30.
I'm 32, 32.3
So we got 1 to 2,
to 2.
and a plus. What is it? 5.
plus 5 for Pajol. Yep.
Plus 5 to the die roll. You ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's nice. That's going to be a 64. Ooh, that's painful.
1 to 2.
That's 2 and 2.
2 and 2, okay.
Hold it. Oh yeah. Is he? Oh yeah. That's only. Is he a plus 5?
Yeah, Pajol's a plus 5.
Okay.
Yeah, if we were a plus 6, that would have been even better. But and you didn't have a leader there with your guy, did you, Albert?
No, he doesn't have
Yeah.
a leader.
So he's got 5 hits
His
on
leader
him.
is actually that infantry guy
Oh, Mesco.
from the Mesco. Okay, we both lost. No morale checks.
Yeah, and you're exhausted and he's tired. So
Well, yeah. All right. And we got bubbles.
Bubble, bubble, boil and trouble.
All right. Let's see what the second one is. Okay. Okay, I think, what are you, Tom?
What am I, a third for being exhausted?
Yeah.
I think I'm equal to that, 11. I think I'm a little over 11.
And then you
Okay.
add, then you get your plus
11
7
point.
for plus your lance.
11, oh, so that's, so it's going to be 7. So it's going to be 18.7.
Okay. 18.7. I think I'm a 40. The plus 3 to the roll. So I would be 2 to 1.
Yep.
Okay.
64.
Okay, so it's a 66.
That's going to be a
One is a
DD.
The officer wasn't there.
Let's see. No. Tired.
4.
All right. I guess. No, I don't. I advance, I guess.
Correct.
There. Okay. And now I would. That's the end of it right there. There's no recall or any. Now, do I recall or do I? Well, there's no pursuit
No,
of cavalry, is there?
no, you're there.
Does he lose one for leaving the zone of control, or?
No,
No.
no, just involuntary retreat. No.
Well,
I think he does
Your-
lose
your-
one for the disorder.
your
I've
guy
already
would
lost
lose 1 for the DD.
Already took the loss.
Oh yeah. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
So, but there wouldn't be any more than that because there weren't any other ZOCs.
Oh, I thought he was 5 before. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
4.
All right. That's all the charges.
All right, exciting stuff. Are we ready to do our timed movement? John, are you awake?
Yeah.
Why don't you and I go down to game room number 1?
Okay.
Do, do, do. Well, or maybe not. John?
Where are we going
Oh,
to?
I'm coming. Sorry. I
Yeah.
was looking at something.
Okay, game room
Outside
one.
of,
Yeah. All right. Here you go.
Okay.
You
I was looking at.
you had you got everything all mapped out, all planned.
Not really, no. I was looking more like at what all this stuff is, and it's just okay.
It's what we
Anyways,
call
all right, so,
it's what we call a big jumbled mess, is what it is. So,
yes.
well, are you ready to go? I'll start the clock.
I am okay. Go ahead and start the clock.
Okay, tell me which moo you're going to be moving first.
The Russian guy over here.
Okay.
So you ready? We
Sure.
started.
Yep. Go to it.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's gonna go. This guy's gonna displace out.
Well,
Okay.
he's. Oh, 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get there.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Martha and him. And then this guy is going to minus the leader right now. And he's going to come over into here. And he's going to put an assault marker there, like that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put my leader, going to sit right there on that guy. This artillery is going to come up there. Oops. Flip around like that. And hard to see where all your freaking artillery is. That's going to just ricochet through everything. So I don't want that guy there. That guy. Over there, maybe. This guy's going to come up there. I think. Hard to see what's what. Actually, I'm going to move them. No matter what, I'm just going to get the shit shot out of me.
Yeah, well, you could stay back. You could stay.
Yeah, well, that won't do me much good.
Well, you wouldn't suffer very many losses that way.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be in the spirit of the Russians, would it?
No. It wouldn't be in your spirit. What are you talking about? Russians.
Just so much. Three. I think I'll put the L, move that guy to a bit over there, and then he'll. Okay, crazy. All right, so then we're gonna put. So then these guys are gonna flip over. The leader. One of all those right there. The leader's gonna go into there.
This is Roth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we're moving to Roth. Yeah. All
Okay.
right. That guy's gonna go in there.
So you can only have one battalion in there.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the stacking limit is one battalion. I'll double check it while you move the other guys around. But I thought in a special structure like that, it's just one battalion. Oh, actually, let's see. Special structures, bastions, redoubts. 6 increments or 1 battalion. So yeah, I was right. It's just 1 battalion.
So you can't put more than 2 battalions as long as it doesn't go over 6?
It says 6 increments or 1 battalion. If
So
it says if a battalion has more than 6 increments deployed, then only 6 increments may be used for defensive.
Okay, that's like the
fire.
regular
Yeah,
rules.
yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just only have 1 battalion in there.
So that guy's going to go into there then.
Well, who was in there before? That guy would have to move out, and I'd get a shot at him. Then I'd get an opportunity fire at him, right, with my skirmishers.
Yeah, you would, yes.
Yeah. So let me throw the dice and see what I get. 51. Let's see.
No, I need a 20.
Yeah. It was a good shot, though.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of, all right. Yeah, I got a mess over here.
So those 2 skirmishers, somebody'd have to displace, kind of.
Yeah,
thing.
they are.
Yeah.
Well, the leader, I was going to put the leader back on there, but I'm not. And then that guy's ready like that. He's hitting that hex. Okay. All right, let's get this thing out of here. Then I think I'm going to do is this guy's going to displace out.
Which guy?
Oh, sorry. I thought you can't see what I'm doing. Sorry. This guy's going to.
Oh, he's going to move back? Okay, I'll take a pot shot at him. Oh, that's a hit.
Yeah, I got to flip him over here real quick. See how many.
I just rolled a 66.
Oh, he's got 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think what I'll do is the pop shot will take out of this guy. Right. This guy right here. So.
Okay, so it's a hit on him.
Yeah.
So he might not have anything left because he's already got 6 hits on him.
Oh, you took a hit. You got him.
I just rolled a 66.
Oh, you a 66. So you have 9 to. Yeah, that would be a hit.
Yeah.
No matter what. Okay. Okay. So he's right here. I can't get him off the screen. He's in the river now.
Oh, okay. I'll dispense with him.
Yeah, and this guy right here he's gonna go into there.
He can't go there because I'm right. He's got to stop there.
Yeah, but I can go this way though. He's skirmisher. I can go through that. Couldn't I go this way? Actually, I could just go right to here like that. That's what I meant to do. Sorry.
Yeah. That's where he'd have to stop.
I didn't mean to go past him like that. Yeah. No. Yeah. So.
Got to keep you honest there, John.
Well, you try. So, okay.
All right.
So then the leader, he's going back over to here. Whoa. I didn't want to do that.
So this guy here that you just moved in, he's got,
Yeah.
it looks like he's got 4 increments. So he would need to be deployed in 2 hexes.
No, I picked up the wrong guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
That guy, this guy right here, let me pull him out. It's supposed to be this guy right here who has 3 increments. Oh, he's in 4 increments too, so it is the same guy. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
That's not going to work. So.
Okay, and that's time.
Yeah, I
so
thought he only had 3 increments. So, hang on. And he's 7, huh? That guy was 7.
yeah, this one right here has got 7 increments. So he'd have to be in 2 hexes. So you could have him here and here, but you couldn't have him, or you could have him here and here.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take this guy right here, who was in skirmish order. And he'll go there. And then we'll just keep that guy. Stacked. Oops, sorry. I dropped him. There.
All right, and then plunk.
That doesn't work either. Hang on. I'm almost there, Eric. So do I have any time left here?
No, you were out of time a little bit, but just go ahead and finish it up, John, because you've done all the major stuff. This is just what we call housekeeping, where you're just kind of getting the little guys wherever you want to plunk them down.
Yeah, I'm having difficulty here with I'm gonna just put the leader in the hex there.
Okay.
Oh, no, because he can get shot at.
Well, actually, he wouldn't be there. He'd be with, where's that 8-6 unit? Because he had to move in there to pull them out, right? Because they were in an enemy ZOC. So you moved Roth in there.
Had to have done that, yeah.
Right, and so Roth would end up here stacked with them.
Okay. Okay. There we go.
Cool.
All right.
All right, let's do our defensive fire. So we might as well start up in the great northern reaches of everything. So we'll fire on this hex here with that skirmisher. A 63. That might be a hit. I don't know. How many guys? I got 9 to 14. So that's
That's a 1.5.
yeah. So I mean, it's anything. It's still a hit. Even if it was 1.2, 1 to 2, it would still be a hit.
You're rolling good.
Well, we'll see how long it lasts. So that's a hit on them and a morale check, because that's an even hit.
Oh, you passed.
Well, they're happy. Do you want to do your fire on me while we still are fresh with how many increments he had?
So he had 2. This guy has 2.
Okay, so
So
you've got
8.
8 to 14.
So that's going to be 14.
Just roll your die and we'll figure it out.
It's unless it's high.
Yeah,
no, there's
so
no
31,
hit.
yeah. All right, then down here we've got guys attacking, and okay, I've got 2 increments in each. So we'll do a 1-to-1 shot there and a 1-to-1 shot there. So for the top one and for the next one. Nope. All right. Moving right along down here, we've got a pot shot at those guys. 61. It's a good roll, but it's not enough to hit. All right, and then I can combine fire here and here on that guy. So I'm pretty sure I've got 2.5 in that hex and 2.5 in that. So I got 5. I got 15 to 6, 2.5 to 1 on that hex. 33, that's a hit on those guys.
On this guy?
Yeah, on the... Nope, this guy right here.
A 33 and you got a hit on those guys? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was the odds?
I had 15 to 6, so it's 2.5 to 1. So that's what, I think their 5th hit and a morale check for those guys as well. So that's going to be a 31. There's a good chance they disorder, I think. Yeah. Morale of 33, they're going to disorder.
So
just mark them
I'll just
disordered.
leave it flipped over.
Yeah, so then we'll know.
So we know. Actually, you know what? Hang on a second. Let's see. We know that this just happened. So
Yeah.
there. Okay. That's it.
Yep, that's it. I don't have anything else that's adjacent that I'm aware of.
All right. So then what we'll do is this guy, that guy will fire on that hex right there.
Right, so it's 10 to 14.
Yeah.
So a 52 is not enough to hit.
Yeah.
So
now that artillery is going to fire.
Which artillery? They don't have any ammunition.
Oh, they don't, do they? Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. All right. So moving on up to here. So then I have these rifle.
Yep, so you've got
And they'll fire
8 to 14.
on him.
Yep. And that's a miss.
Man, I got some terrible rolling going on. Then got this artillery here and here.
Okay.
They will fire on, I think, that guy right there, because I can't get to him.
Yeah, the line of sight's blocked there. So, do you have a leader there who's got a
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
artillery
see.
bonus?
I gotta flip him over. Oh, look at him. He doesn't have an artillery bonus. You bastard. Okay. All right. Okay. So, this guy right here, this one,
Okay.
we'll fire him onto... Can he hit this guy, I think, maybe?
Well, you've got a line of sight. Your skirmishers are closer to you than they are to me, so you should be able to. Let me look up my fire defense there real quick. So I am in garden. I'm in line, but I'm behind the rubble wall. So I've got a fire defense of 11. So you've got 12 12 to 11. So it's a 1-to-1.
Yeah. Okay, so. Okay, well, we'll just take the shot and see what happens. 64.
That's a hit, any way you slice
It's a
it.
hit.
Be nice if they programmed, you could program the artillery to be at a certain minimum or maximum.
Right.
But I
Right,
guess
so that was that guy's second hit or first hit?
that was
Second
his
hit?
second hit. So the French are checking on every odd hit, just like the Prussians. Yeah.
Yeah. And then this guy, he's going to fire down into this skirmish there.
Sure. So what have you got
16
there?
1-to-1.
Yep. Well, it's not 1-to-1 because you've got 12. It's a range of 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's 12 to 14.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, you're right.
You can fire on your own guys if you want to. I won't
I
stop
don't
you.
need to do that. All right, so we'll fire. Here we go. See what happens. No, that's not good. So get that artillery. Okay. 3. All right. So then we got that guy firing on that hex.
Sure.
45.
Mm.
So 12 to 14. That's not going to be anything.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 1-to-1 at best, and it's not a 1-to-1 even. So
No, just one more fire with that
Yeah.
guy on that hex on that side. That's nothing too. Okay.
all right. So
We did this. Yeah. Let me move these guys. So these guys right here are going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look to there. That's fine.
okay.
All right.
All right, and then it looks like we have just the one assault. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to retreat before melee. I think I can do that since I'm in skirmish order. So I will go ahead and pull back. Where should I pull back to? Can't go there because you've got units there. I guess I'm just going to have to pull back here.
All the way out of there.
Yeah, I mean, I could, I can't really go anywhere else. I've got the unit here. I can't stack with them skirmish and units in other stuff.
Yeah.
And so it would just be back a couple of hexes into that area. So what I'm gonna So if you want to advance into those hexes, you'll need to make a morale check.
Yeah. All right, so this guy here.
So he's going to
Nobody
disorder.
goes in.
So, yeah. So, yeah, I don't think he... Well, let me just double check. I don't know that he disorders.
Yeah, no, he doesn't disorder or anything. He just doesn't advance into that hex.
Yeah, that's what that's seemed to be, but let me just check. It's been a while since I played this.
Yeah, we had this situation in Lutzen when I asked Ed.
And what was the...
I'm looking at...
It actually says it, though.
Yeah, it says
somewhere
something
in here.
here.
I know that.
Yeah. So it says the active unit may occupy the vacated hex or hexes if it performs and passes a pre-melee morale check. So if it fails the pre-melee morale check, the implication is it can't move, it can't advance into the hex. So...
No.
Yeah, and doesn't it say, though, upon passing, is this what I'm reading this right? Upon passing, it is retreating units for still and initiate another assault?
No, that's that might be for other. That might be if you're attacking cavalry or something. But if you look in Trilliors, so this is under Trilliors. They have the ability basically to fire and then to retreat before combat, and you can't pursue them like you would with something else. So it's a special. So that's actually what second paragraph of 11.6.2a.
Yeah, I was just looking at retreat before combat 12.6.
Yeah, no, that's different. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Right. Yeah, I got it. Okay, cool.
Well, actually, at 12.6, it says that they can't assault if it was Trilliors.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Yes, but we've had that situation before, and he does disorder.
No, it says the last line says if the assaulting unit fails to advance into the hex vacated by a unit retreating before combat, it does not disorder. It simply does not advance as a result of failing the morale check.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And I'm saying no because we had this situation before when we asked Ed. And Ed said, yes, the opposing unit, because this is against a skirmisher, the opposing unit is skirmishing, not simply retreating. The attacker and retreat are thus somewhat simultaneous. The attacking unit, by nature of the skirmishing, does not know the hex will be vacated. Thus, it has to test its morale as if it is advancing to melee. It is therefore quite possible, though not likely, that both the attacker and the defender will retreat from the same event, the skirmisher intentionally and the attacker inadvertently.
He'll say one thing and Ed says another, and he wrote both the rules.
Well, and I specifically asked in 12.6, the assaulting unit may always advance into the first hex vacated by retreating, yada, yada, yada. It's not specific if formed advancing infantry unit would disorder if it failed its pre-morale check. And Ed said, yes, in this case it does against skirmishers.
Well, but the rule specifically says if it fails, it does not disorder. It simply does not advance. So I would go with the printed rule in the book because it's very clear what it is.
I kind of agree with that.
Yeah. And so it could be that Ed was thinking of a different situation when you conferred with him, but I'm just looking at it. It's very clear. It says the assaulting unit.
This is retreat before combat. Okay, this isn't a pre-melee where they run away.
Yeah. So that's where, and that's what I did. It was, for me, no, I didn't run away. It was a retreat. It was a retreat before combat. My skirmishers retreated away. So therefore, the rule is if he wants to advance, if he wants to advance, he has to make a morale check. Failing the morale check, he just can't advance.
Yes.
Yeah, and it says in Trilliers and retreat before combat, once this option is exercised by the titulaire unit, the active unit may occupy the vacant.
Yeah, if it passes a pre-melee morale check. So it's pretty clear in both sections what
But he didn't pass. He rolled a 12.
right, which means that he doesn't advance. He can't advance because he failed to advance after my guys pulled out.
These fucking rules. Jesus Christ. You know, even when I ask a fucking question and get an answer back, it's still no. These fucking things.
Well, if you want, I'm willing to play it that way if that's how you guys want to
What
play
had
it.
happened in Jena was we did this, and in Jena, the exact same situation, and in Jena, you know, Eric said, no, we got to you have to roll. If you don't make that roll, then you have to PGD. And I wasn't warm and fuzzy with that, but when we asked Ed, Ed said yes. And I'm telling you guys, that's exactly what he fucking said, and now you're sitting there changing the rules on me again.
Well, I don't know that we're changing the rules on you, Tom. I did not remember that. Yeah.
I've had enough. I've had enough of these 5th edition rules. You guys play, do whatever you want. I've had enough of them.
Okay.
Even like I said, even when I asked the question, and it specifically says in this situation, and he tells us exactly what it's going to be, you guys sit there and fight back with me, and I just, yeah, I'm done.
I'm okay with that. It's all good. It's my unit, so I'll disorder. That's fine. I mean, it's not worth us having a fall in over this, because I'm not going to fall out over it.
Yeah, and yeah, thank you, John.
Yeah,
and
I'll take the disorder, and that's okay. That's okay. Had I known that, I wouldn't have done that. But let's say I did know it, and so hang on, hold on, it's all cool.
Tom's gone.
He is. He's gone.
okay, don't worry,
Well-
guys. Just carry on.
I hope he comes back. I'm playing the Rex in a solo game. Boy, is it a breath of fresh air.
Well, you don't have. You only have yourself to argue with.
Yeah, that's true.
If you in this cheerleader thing that he's talking about, it doesn't say, like it says in the retreat before combat, it doesn't say anything about what happens if they don't pass their morale check. Only it says if they pass their morale check, then they can move into the hex. The hex.
Yeah.
The trilliers and retreat before combat. Once
Yeah, no,
exercise until unit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say that anything about disordering, and so maybe that was Ed's clarification.
That must be what Tom was referring to from what Ed had said. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
When you
Looking
look
at it,
it doesn't say what happens if you don't pass your check. So I don't know.
okay. Needless to say,
Needless to say. All right. So what are we going to do here? Should I disorder this unit?
if that's what you'd like to do, if that's what we're going to do, then that's what we'll do.
Well, that's up to you guys. It's more. I would more be, that's some sort of arbitrary thing, and I was just trying to keep Tom from running off, getting mad.
Yeah. Well, that ship has sailed. So.
I missed that train, didn't I?
Yeah, ever so slightly. So okay.
You can't keep one foot on the dock and one foot on the boat. No.
You can if your legs are long enough.
Yeah.
To a certain point. I've done that.
I've done that too, and then your legs don't get quite long enough, and then you are swimming in the pond. So, knowing if that was the case, you wouldn't have made the attempt. So,
No. Well, yeah. I mean, I thought it was just a free. Either you make it or you don't make it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no real. I mean, I would serve myself better to be staying where I'm at than to advance into those hexes.
yes, and I can appreciate that, and if that's what you want to do, then we can retroactively say that that's what you did, because it's one little move, one little retreat here or there does not a battle make.
Yeah. So, all right. So let's just get one last consensus on this then. Do we want to play it that way that if you don't pass that check, if it's a skirmisher, then you retreat?
Well, let's play it the printed way, and if Tom comes back, we'll move it back to the way he likes it.
Yeah,
Well, the printed way doesn't say, and he did read us what Ed was, so.
Okay, well, let's play it the way he wanted it to be.
right, and I mean,
let's just say I did it anyways because I'm, it's my nature to do that. So I will go back 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Ow.
yeah.
All right.
All right. Now that we've got that.
Very cool. You're going to do a tutorial on the new Cavalry Charge?
I'm going to do yes, I am. I'm going to revise my previous one. David and I had a really very, very good discussion on it in great length after I'd already posted the video. And Tom had lots of good feedback too. So they have convinced me that I was incorrect with my initial interpretation. And I think it makes more sense for it to be a torpedo than sort of the side-slipping stuff. What's up, John?
We're talking about the cavalry now. Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about cavalry.
Yeah. Okay.
Eric, and before you do that, actually, I was going to actually write up write up our discussion, whatever, and my interpretation, and then we can take it from there. And if we all agree on it, then we have it written down as a rule,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, David, that would be much appreciated. And it's like everything else. We're trying to play a game, and sometimes the rules are better or worse in how they're structured, or there's confusion here or there, or in my case, I've played 3 or 4 different versions of the rules, or actually probably 5 different versions of the rules over the course of the last 30 some odd years, and so it's easy to get confused. I'm just going to chalk it up to old age.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. I can get away with that now. So let's go ahead and do our recovery phase. So, so Albert, did you do any recovery on your side of the universe with Tom?
We finished everything.
We did the artillery recovery and everything.
So. Okay.
What we'll do is we'll give you 20 minutes or something.
Oh, I that's very generous. I will try to do my best to come in well underneath that. So, John, John, why don't you?
I've got some routed units here and stuff, so.
Well, we'll even give you 25 minutes since you may not be familiar with the other side of the field.
Okay, go ahead, roll for those, John.
They still stay there. Then these guys. Oh.
Yeah, they're still going to run away.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And you've got some guys in Gruna.
Oh, 6. Yeah, 6. Hang on a second. So 7, 8, 9, 10,
Well, no, they're exhausted. So remember, they're only moving at
Data analysis
1/3.
shows too many variables.
Oh, they are. Okay. So they're only moving, let's see, they're 13, so they're only moving, what,
4.
4 hexes, yeah. And I got somebody down here, it looks like, too, I didn't see. So let's roll for those guys.
I can tell you that they
They're gonna stay
failed.
there. They're going to stay there. Then you got these.
Yep.
Ah,
So that's going to be, what, a 25? They might pass.
that's true.
Because those are your regulars, it looks like. They're not your reserves.
Yeah, they are.
Nope, they failed.
You get those ones down in Gruna?
Yeah, they failed.
They didn't. Nothing happened. All right. So then, now, do these guys only go a third then?
No, these guys here, they haven't moved. It was these guys here that disordered in the fire phase. So these guys are going to move a
Well,
full
this
6.
This cavalry down here, they were already routed.
Which
Well,
ones?
they're 15 away. They just have to go to a general war hex, basically.
Yeah,
But-
you've already moved your cavalry. So you would want to move these infantry that just failed. They need
Yeah,
to
I
move.
know, but what I'm saying is that this cavalry right here,
Yeah.
they did not move this turn.
Yes, they did. They moved during when they failed their routed move. Right?
No. I didn't do any cavalry charges this move.
No, but they
There's
they are still exhausted because they have not sat still. They have been moving, but they've been moving during the reorganization segment every time they fail their morale check.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So it's true
Okay.
they didn't move during your movement phase, but they have been moving during the route phase, I guess.
Okay. So they only go. Okay. But these guys are going to go. They're full 7.
Yeah, they'll move their full movement. Yeah, so they'll move 7.
Oh, come back here.
You know, once they're 15 away and they get into terrain, let's say covered or protected
Yeah.
terrain, they don't have to do any. They don't have to move anymore.
All right.
Okay. So those guys, at least, crappy as they are.
Some very inspiring captain waved his hat on the end of his sword.
What about that disordered one up by the elbow?
Yeah, that's what we're going for. Oh, God. I can't believe that happened. All right. Okay. Well, they make it, so.
He's good.
Oh.
Are you gonna save these guys who are in the river?
They're swimming across.
That's actually our Robert Redford and the pontoon boats that have been provided by the Russians. They're a little leaky.
There you go. As opposed to the Poles trying to get across the river on their rubber boats.
Yeah.
Oh, here's
John,
a
do
guy
you
in
need
the,
those units put up on the OOB?
Oh, those guys, no, those are just the regiments. I might use those at some point.
We've got a gunner swimming around too.
Yeah, I just figured whenever I get around to recapturing the redoubt, I'll send some gunners there. So there was no point in and putting them off somewhere else where I'd have
Is
trouble
that
finding them.
imminent then, Eric?
It's not imminent, but it is eventual. There's a subtle difference.
Okay. So.
You got any artillery to check, John?
Yeah, hang on. Those guys right here, first off, let's see if I can get them back. They're out of ammo.
Nope.
If one was going to get them back, that would be good, but it's not. So then there are these guys right here.
Okay.
Oh, they make
Hey,
it.
they got it back.
Oh, what happened there? Oh. Okay.
All right, you guys got all your stuff done on your end of the universe?
Yep.
Okay. The Austrians are closing in. The hordes and hordes of Austrians.
Yeah, Eric. You got your perimeter is getting probed now.
Well, you know, that's what she said.
Yeah, it's like it's your first doctor visit when you're 50 years old. You know what that means?
Oh yes, oh yes. I'm sure it will be that much fun too.
You're All right.
Okay, so it's back up to the draw cup, I guess. So I drew that, Chit. It's your turn to draw something else.
Oh, I'll draw it. Here we go. Reinforcements.
Reinforcements. All right. Let me start bringing everybody forward here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm going to cross the big bridge.
Yep. They're putting on a parade for the citizens.
Looking up morale.
My landlady was in Dresden during the bombing.
I'm sure.
Landlady?
Yeah, in Chicago. I lived in the old German neighborhood. She was there. She got evacuated out of Austria into Dresden, and because her husband was an army officer, and she was there. Boom,
Okay.
boom.
So this is Teste's division, right? Coming in?
Correct. It's not a division.
What?
It is a
What corps is
brigade. It is a brigade. He's part of Von Dom's corps.
Oh, Von Dom. What's he doing? What's he doing on the other side from me? Okay. Okay, we got any? Are you doing anything? John, anybody have anything else?
We don't have any reinforcements until like late, like 5 o'clock.
Oh, I see. Eric's bringing on somebody else.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of these guys here. Third.
A lot of green cavalry. These are the candy stripers.
Yes.
We don't have reinforcements until 3 p.m.
So we've got Marat. Oh no. Marshal Marat is coming.
He's actually one of the heroes of this battle, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he certainly does his magic here.
Too bad he didn't come back for the 100 days, huh?
Yeah, they didn't want him. He was a nut job by that time. Kind of like Napoleon's friend June, whatever his name was, who used to show up naked. He did. One too many, knocks upside the head, and he was Napoleon had to get rid of him.
When did he do that? And was he?
Down in Spain.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, who are you talking about then?
Jount, whatever his name is.
Junot.
Oh, Junot?
Junot, yeah.
No?
June,
Okay.
whatever. Yeah. Yeah, he showed up with just his hat on and his sword belt. Nude.
Oh, man after man, I love that kind of guy. Oh, boy.
He was one of Napoleon's oldest friends, too.
Yeah.
All right. I think that is it for my
Okay, we got some cavalry
reinforcements.
showing up. What the
Indeed.
hell are they going to do? Better get prepared.
All right, so that's it for reinforcements that I'm aware of. So we go back up to the cup. The fickle finger
Alright,
of
I can
fate.
draw. We're drawing, right?
No, I picked that one. It's Eric's turn.
Oh, it's guns. It's the guns of August get to fire at you here. So that's almost our favorite time. So
Wow.
let's see. Well,
You get to fire Tom's guns.
let's see. So we'll start over here with the Soul Bastion. I think we can make it out here pretty easily. We'll drop it right on those boys there. So I got a benefit
boys?
to my roll. I'm out here over on the Russian side of the universe.
Okay.
And guess what? It's on target, so it is a 1-to-1 shot with a +2 for my leader. And that is a miss.
And aren't
And
you out of ammunition now?
yep, that one's out of ammunition. So let me mark it with
Oh,
our little.
B. How does it get reloaded? Or come back?
I have to
You gotta roll
during
5 or
my
6.
Oh, that's good.
yeah. Game markers.
Now, is that only on 11 or 11 and 12?
It's only on an 11. All right.
Hey guys.
All right. So here we'll do this one. Who should we fire on? You've got all these guys that. Well, this one doesn't have any director, so we'll drop it there, hoping that we're on target. Nope, we are not on target. So let's roll to see where it goes. 3. 1, 2, 3 into an empty spot. No hit.
Man, that was lucky.
All right. Dro is going to drop some bombs here. What would be a good one to do? Let's hit you right here. I don't know that I can hit you. What? It's 8 to 20.
So if you
Nah.
get 2 hits, do you knock out some of your guns?
No, I can't knock out. The guns can't be hit, or nothing can be done to them. So they're kind of impervious to all of that. Let's see. We'll. What's a good target? We'll just drop it right there. That's as good as anything else. Let's see. We're definitely on target. So we'll roll 1-1 with a +6. And that's going to be a miss. All right. Down here I have a Grand Battery with Sorbière. And so we can fire on who? We'll fire down here on that poor guy. So that's going to give me 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long range. So that'll be 6, and then I'll add in 3 for the 2 for the square. That'll be 8. So it's a 1-to-1 shot there with a +6. Oh, and that is a hit on your second of the second Silesians.
They way up odd, so they pass.
They pass, yeah. All right, moving down to this next bastion. That is the Jupiter Bastion. Let's go ahead and see if we can. We'll target this hex right here. So let's see if we're on target, and we are not on target. And we'll roll to see where we are, and that's a miss. Okay, moving right along. Let's see, we've got...
How was that guy a Grand Battery? I thought you had to have an artillery leader of special ability.
I do. Sorbière is an artillery leader of special ability, and there are 3...
He's not in the list.
He's not?
I see Saint Maurice, Dreux, and Marmont.
Marmont.
And Napoleon.
So why does he have a artillery leader of special ability mark on him?
He has a marker?
Yeah, on his counter.
I think it just shows that he's supposed to be like an artillery specialist.
I think he has just a big bonus. They have a guy like that in Langley too, that has a 6, but he's not a special ability.
Well, I'm very confused because who because he's a leader of special ability at Moscow, and
He's been degraded, downgraded.
Maybe he's been showing up naked with just his sword.
Yeah. He doesn't have his pants on. Yeah, no, it's only Saint Maurice, Antonio Dreux, and Marmont. And of course Napoleon.
so
Special request. No Sorbière. He does not constitute.
huh. So where is?
Do we get our loss back?
Yeah,
Oh,
give me
hope so.
just give me a second here. So my question is, where is Saint Maurice then?
Maybe he's not in yet.
No, I'm looking at the mark here. I mean, I'm looking at the order of battle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I thought
He
because
is Guard Cavalry.
he's with the Guard Cavalry.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No horse guns.
Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, go ahead and take your loss back. Yeah, I thought because he had that little thing on his back that he was a leader of special ability. Well, no worries.
I think it just shows that he's supposed to be like, a specialist.
Yeah, but he's not a.
He's got a very nice bonus.
He does.
He's the guy. I think it was at Freeland where he like marched the horse guns right up. I mean, he like a wall of fire.
Yes.
That's
yes.
his claim to fame.
Okay. Well, no worries. Thanks for pointing that out, David. This is why we keep David around.
And that David is knowledgeable.
Yeah.
It's nice to have somebody on our side so knowledgeable.
He's a timorous flunky of the rules, is what he is. Those little bureaucrats, damn them.
All right. So then the Mercury battery is going to fire here on, whoops, why do I keep hitting the wrong one? Here on these guys, I've got a bonus on my roll, and we're on target. So it's a 1-to-1 with a +3. 46 plus 3, that's going to be a hit.
46 with a bonus.
Yeah, with a +3.
With the bonus. Okay, because, you didn't need much of a bonus.
What was it? 1-to-1?
Yeah, 1-to-1 with a +3. It becomes
bonus
a 50.
Pushes him up there.
Yeah, it becomes a 52, right? Actually, a 53. So at 1-to-1, that's a hit.
That was...
That's these guys here, the first of the 54th.
Yep.
So a morale check for them.
And what is one? All right. Morale check. 45.
And hopefully they passed.
Screens are closing in.
Yep, making me nervous. Okay.
A wall of white.
Yes, indeed. So now we've got the Saturn Battery. And let's see who they can shoot at. Yeah, we got a beat on these guys over here. So we'll go ahead and shoot there. We'll see if we can land a hit on you on target. We've got a -1 on the roll. So we're on target. So it's a 1-to-1 with a +1, +2 for your size. So a 1-to-1 with a +2. And that's going to be hit on those guys.
Okay, I think we on evens or odds?
You are on odds.
Odds, okay. Do morale check.
23. Survey says.
I'm
23.
Ooh,
You barely
the leader.
pass. So, unless the leader subtracts morale.
Unless the leader is yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, you should probably check. Oh,
Who's like the
he's
Prince of
okay.
Orange?
Yeah, the Prince of Orange, exactly.
Yes. If he's not stacked on Dutch or Belgian, then it's negative.
Well, I was just living in fear from a 64, 5 or a 66. But
All right. Let's see. Well, I guess the...
so I shouldn't have said anything. Now he goes to the leaders.
So we can... Well, it's not only that, it's just what's in range. So from the Luna battery, we'll shoot here. And I've got... We just have to roll to see if we're on target. We're not on target. Let's see where it lands. 2. So it's going to hit this hex right here. So it's 8 to 14. And that's a miss. All right, that was it for all of the bastions, guys. And you were worried. Okay. All right.
Back to the cup.
Back to the cup.
What kind of cup is it, Eric?
I think it's your turn to pick. It is the Cup of Fate.
I thought it was a cup of destiny last time.
It could be. It could be.
All right, so John's pulled.
Yeah, it's your turn. So somebody pull.
I guess I'll pull.
Yeah.
French.
The
Frogs.
French. All right. So we have the French here.
Cavalry charge.
Yeah, I'm seriously considering a cavalry charge. So, let's see here. Yeah, we might as well charge. Okay, I think we can reach it. Yes. Okay, so let's put a little charge marker here somewhere.
Where are we charging? Where is this?
This is Pajol. Our man
Oh,
Pajol.
way over here. Okay.
Yeah. Were you worried, John?
No. Russians aren't scared of cavalry.
Yeah.
The Austrians are.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Well, let me just count it out here. So 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, we can get there. Okay. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 to go there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, hold on. Oh, okay.
I don't know what
All
you're
right,
having me
so-
hold on for.
3, 4. If you're 4 away,
And what are you going to do?
1 square.
That would be nice if you were any other nation but the Austrians. Right? The Austrians can't form squares.
Oh,
that's
that's
why you
right.
have
They have to
battalion
be in,
mass. Yeah.
So he is
Or
in,
battalion mass. And he's already in battalion mass.
Yeah.
yeah, he is, yeah.
So, all right. So, where were we? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we're not, so these guys are not the target of our charge.
That artillery.
Yes, you got it. So we're going to turn. Whoops. Which button am I supposed to press here? Oh, I got to pick a unit, don't I? There we go. So we'll go there, and then we're going to declare these guys the target of our charge. So as I move from here to here, you can take a shot at me.
All right, so
No, actually you can't, because your Grenzers can't face out that way. Your front is here. So your artillery's got to make a morale check with a minus whatever it is for
Why
getting.
can't he make a shot?
Because his front hexes are here.
Though, can turn.
He's got to make a morale check first. So if he passes his morale check,
I thought it was after he does it. I thought he is after he does it.
no.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Excuse me. What was your logic that the Grenzer don't get an opportunity to shot there?
Are they in battalion mass?
Yes.
And
Yes.
so battalion mass, their front is this hex and this hex.
No, they're at battalion. They're in battalion mass. They have 5 actually.
Yeah.
It's
They
like a
have
square.
5 front hexes.
I think they have.
It's like
I
it's
think
like
they
a
have.
square.
Let's see.
Okay, so Eric, if artillery is the target of an assault or a charge, a cheval, it has the option to change facing via complete about face unless it's already facing an enemy unit. That is, it may shift 180 degrees.
Well, guess what, John?
Change
It's
what-
guess what? It's facing an enemy unit, so it's
It is.
it's
I
facing
didn't
those
see
guys.
that.
Yeah.
Well, it's got a big old French flag on it, and I didn't see it. So.
Back to the fire. Okay, look at the chart on page 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a front printed and printed. So this hex is a printed hex.
And that shows showing its fire attack value.
Right. That's if it's being charged by the cavalry. It's not. So we're looking at opportunity fire. Opportunity fire can only happen through your front hexes.
And first, okay.
All right.
Somehow,
Well,
when you were clicking around, you actually turned him. He actually faces that vertex right here.
Well, Albert's got him facing. Albert's got him facing this vertex right here.
He actually moved when you were clicking around trying to spin your other one. I think you had him targeted, and he moved.
But I think, fellows, that.
oh well.
So
I don't know. It's not going to make that big of a deal. I've got a 4.
yeah, I mean, if you look at the stuff,
He's a 6.
I mean, I don't see in the log, in the V log, any movement for that unit. Right? I mean, just look through the V log for that unit. So that's what I'm saying, is it was facing that vertex.
It's not even a legal formation for it.
That's a legal formation. If he's in mass, but he's facing.
In mass, you have to be facing the vertex.
Right. And
Which
so
he is.
yeah, he's facing this vertex right there.
Oh.
Okay, so he doesn't get to fire right now.
He doesn't get to fire
And
right
I guess
now.
if you
Why does
he
it
won't-
say printed all around it then?
Because it acts like a square.
Right.
Right, when it's being attacked by cavalry. It's not being attacked by cavalry. We're looking at an opportunity fire.
Oh, does it say? Okay.
Right, so
Does it say
opportunity
that way?
fire only
Somewhere
happens
different.
out through the front of the hex.
Where?
In the
So that'd be the
rules, opportunity fire goes out through the ZOC, or the zone of influence. Zone of influence is only through the front facing hex sides. Right? So since they're not in square, they don't have a front facing hex side everywhere. They only have a front facing hex side out through those 2 hexes. I mean, I don't know how more clear it could
So
be.
there, you're just saying.
Hey, David, look at the bottom, just above the illustration. Fast move like a column, assault like a column, fires like a column, except when the facing an enemy cavalry charge. Then it performs like a square.
Okay, I don't have that
Yeah,
picture.
yeah. So
All right. Okay.
okay, so you
All
need
right,
to make a
so-
morale
so no
check
fire.
for. You need to make a morale check
somebody-
for the artillery. So the
Okay.
artillery is being charged through its
22.
rear hex side, and I've got how many increments? I've got 8 increments. I've got a 4-to-1.
That's gonna be tough.
So. Beep, boop, boop, boop. So you got a -6, and then 4-to-1. I gotta find a chart for the 4-to-1. Does anybody have that handy?
Oh, hang on a second. I got it. 4-to-1 is going to be plus -9 to the defender.
So you'll have a -15 on your morale check.
-15.
I opened up the save game and it is actually facing the hex side. So
Okay. All right. Then it's in column.
But no, it's not. That was illegal. So whatever.
Can't be in column, Al.
So
Only in row column.
just make your roll.
All
Just
right,
make
so-
your roll, Albert.
All right. So let's go. So morale check. 42.
42 minus 15.
So I have-
They
I
failed.
have 24 to play with. And so I make it, I think.
No, you don't. So a 42
Well,
minus
15.
15.
It's 15 out of 24 to play with.
Yeah, but you don't make it. You're down.
Yeah, so they're eliminated.
6 and 6. Oh, I only got 12 to play with. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, you have a
Only
minus 15 to your die roll.
Yeah. So I missed it by 3. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, on top of everything else, so go ahead and remove them. And then this artillery is going to route because it's adjacent to limbered artillery adjacent to a charging automatically route.
Yeah, he's doing
No, we kept Azul at bay for a long time. All right, so that guy. So.
Tired cavalry may not initiate a charge of cheval.
Tired cavalry cannot?
No, they only can reaction
3.1.
charge.
Well, that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah, you're tired. I didn't see that, Eric. Yeah, you can only reaction charge.
I was having so much fun, guys.
Well, it was
I
good
know.
exercise.
That's why.
I'm sorry,
That's why I did that. That's why I did that to begin with. So you'd be. So you. I didn't think you could charge tired.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that takes out all the fun.
I should.
Oh,
stand up for my
opportunity and
beliefs.
reaction charges I can do. Okay.
Yeah.
Opportunity and reaction.
No worries.
Do we have anybody watching us?
If they are, they've probably all pulled their hair out at this point.
Well, you can just say that you were just demonstrating a cavalry charge for them.
Okay, that is fine. That is fine. I was demonstrating
Well,
a
it was
cavalry charge.
It was a nice idea. I just didn't. I thought, oh, you can do that. Oh.
All right.
An illegal play.
Well, then
Yeah.
we'll go to our timed movement then. So 1.
It would have worked out great,
3,
Eric.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. Whoops.
There he goes. But he's still going to be a problem.
Of course.
He's the only guy left, though, pretty much. Well, the other guy's still a problem.
I hate when I hit the wrong button. There we go. All right. So he's only moved half his movement. I'm going to just take the tired off or marker off now before I forget about it. So, okay. All right. Okay. Meanwhile, back on the other side of the planet. We're going to go ahead and move Saucier's group. Let's go ahead and we're going to have this ADC move here. And these guys then can automatically limber. And then they will go here.
They
and
can automatically limber?
They can, because they were with the leader. So it's a 2 through 6.
No. Leaders add plus 1 to the roll.
Right, and it's horse artillery, which limbers on a 2 through 6.
Oh, okay.
Right, so
That's right.
I roll a 1, it's automatic. So right?
I didn't know that they were that good, so sorry.
Yeah, yeah. That's the joys of being French. All right. Let's see. We're going to have these guys just move over here, I guess, and we've got to conform with the other guys. So let's change their facing. God damn it, I keep hitting the wrong button. So, John, you thought you had problems moving units around.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
That looks a bit better. All right. And my skirmishers can't move because they are stuck there. So let's see. We'll move these guys in there, and let's go ahead and move them down in the stack. Okay. Everybody else is unhappy.
Well, John, all you have to do is kick in the door, and the whole house will collapse.
Oh yeah, right. Or I'll shatter my foot.
Okay. So that is the 43rd Division. Is there anybody else we can move? Those are part of the 44th Division. Okay. Now, let's move on to the 44th Division. Let's have a little fun here. And we'll have this, these guys come out, they'll come out in column. And they are going to go right here, and they are going to assault your guns.
Oh yeah, because those guys have no artillery.
Yeah.
I mean, no ammunition.
Yeah. I figured it was a good time to do that. Okay, and then that guy was 1, 2, 3. He's no. He can't. He's out of command actually, because that other guy's blocking command. So, moving on to move number 1. We're going to move Gross up. And these guys will go here. Let's rotate them. And we'll move the guns up, and we will unlimber those. And we've got Gross stacked there. And let's see.
There's pretty strong protection for the redoubt number 2.
That is the general idea. All right, and then I've got this last one, which is Lebrun and his guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And they'll flow in. So we're going to just have them here. Little heavy cavalry to have some fun with, or keep you on your toes. All right. Let's see, and I think that takes care of things. I don't know that I've got. I think I've moved everybody else that can move. So that means it's time for defensive fire.
That in under 8 minutes. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I maneuvered like 3 corps at, well, almost 4 corps at Mont Saint Jean in under 10 minutes. So this is not that challenging.
Outplay, right?
Yeah, exactly. Piece of cake, right? I'm sure I made lots of mistakes. Okay, so let's go ahead and do your defensive fire, John.
Oh, okay. All right, so we'll just fire on this guy right here.
Okay. Nope.
That's not a good shot. So, and that
Sure.
guy, that's
Nope.
not nothing. And, oop.
Yeah, he's 5 to 6.
No, I just wanted to see. I can't remember what they were. So, all right,
Yeah.
so nothing.
Nothing. Okay. All right, time for me to shoot back at you. So let's start on the other side of the river, which is always my favorite place to shoot from. And we've got the macaroni schnitzel. And I think we can draw a thread.
Don't we have some defensive fire up over on the left first too?
Oh, yeah, if you guys want to do that, let's head on over to that part of the universe.
Why don't we just finish on?
No,
move around.
let's go ahead and get that done.
Oh, defensive fire. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you're moving to offensive fire, weren't you?
Yeah, I was getting ready to move over to that. I'm used to that.
Yeah.
So you guys go ahead and do your thing.
All right. So on the Altona, in the top Altona square, we have 31 to 20, so at 1.5 to 1. And that's not good enough, I don't
Nope.
think.
That's not good at all.
Okay, down below we have 6 plus 12, 18. 18 to 20, so it's a 1 to 1.5. And that's not going to cut it in any way. Moving down to the Belschlossen or something. So we have 15 to 6. 15 to 6.
No, it's not 6 because I'm in a town or whatever there. Right?
15 to
That
7.
is
Where are you?
That is I'm in general order. It's 14.
14.
Well, it's either
Very
14.
cool.
No, it's not a town. It's what color is the tile? It's got a brown roof, so it's a
Yeah,
village.
It's a village.
So I've got
It's a
12.
village.
So I got a defensive 12.
12. Okay, we got 1 to 1 then.
Okay.
Because we're
And that's a miss.
bad rolls here. I think that's all I have.
David, did you have anything? All right.
Now on to offensive fire.
Okay, so while we're still on this side of the universe, we will go ahead and fire. I guess our square can fire out at 3 contiguous hexes. So here, here, and here, or non-contiguous hexes. So we've got, it looks like 5 to 14. So on that hex there, that's a miss. On your guns, that's a miss. And on the other hex, that's a miss. All right, and then here we've got 5. We can fire here and here. So on this one, that's a miss. And on the next one, that's also a miss. All right, at Feldschlossen. Schlussen. We've got 6 to 14, so same difference. And that's a miss. All right, we've got a bunch of guns that can fire. So we will do that. So let's see here. Readout number 5. Yes. Let's see. Let's go through. This looks like a very promising lineup there. So we'll just fire right down the line there. So we've got 12 to 14 there. That's going to be a hit.
Oh.
And a morale check, probably.
Oh. Okay, and I'll have morale check. Ooh, close. Okay.
All right. And then we go bowling. So it's then going to be 12 to 6 with a -6. And that's going to be a miss. Right? 12 to 6. Well, a 2 to 1. Yeah, with a -6, that's going to be a miss.
Yeah.
And then here we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so it's still 12 to 6. But this time it's only a -11. 55. That's a great roll. -11. That's going to bring it down to a 35, a 36. So that's a single hit on these guys right here.
Okay. Round check. Ooh. Okay. I don't think he's going to make
What
it.
was the odds on that?
It was 2 to 1.
Okay. Yep.
Let's see, Flip. Yeah, he's not making it, so he's disordered. Oh boy, that's. Oh boy, I don't like that. He's an integral part of my plan. All right, okay. Plans don't survive the first encounter with the enemy anyway.
That is what I have heard.
All right, so he's going to go back 1. Go back 2, I guess. 2 or 3. It's been the convention so far.
They move back at half, so whatever you guys consider half.
2 or yeah, it's 2 or 3s. Round down or up.
When I rounded down, but
So
yeah,
you
we
run
haven't been moving 7s back 4 hexes. We've been moving them back 3 hexes.
Okay, so I'm moving him 2.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
All right. Let's see. I've got some more guns here. Oh, where else could we shoot? I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can take a shot there from here to there. So that's going to be a 12 to 14. 66. That is a hit on these guys right here.
Okay.
And a morale check for them. And they are going to disorder also. And so they got to go through some of their boys there. Well, actually, they go through the skirmishers, so no harm, no foul.
1, 2, 3, 4 back here. 3, oh. Going to be here.
All right. Then we will
Bring up
take
some more boys.
a shot.
But wouldn't those skirmishers then have to check for being disordered?
No, you can move through the skirmishers if you're disordered. We already talked about this before.
I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. But really?
Yeah, that's what we've been doing, John.
I did not know that because I just looking at the charts. It's good order with disorder.
Right, but if you look in the thing regarding skirmishers, I can't remember where it was, but we talked about this before. I could look it up if you want me to, but
no,
yeah.
But we need to look it up.
All right.
I didn't know that. So.
Yeah, we'll take a shot here, and then it'll roll through there. So we've got a 12 to 14 on that hex, and that's going to be a hit.
Wow, Eric. Give me a little relief here. Okay. Let's see. You don't roll like this usually. Okay. So let's see.
Make a morale check for them.
There we go.
Okay. Now they're probably going to need to shrink down into 1 hex.
Yeah. So they're going to shrink here.
Okay. All right, and then it will be a 1-to-1 shot there with a -6, but a plus, well, actually nothing because you already hit. So a 1-to-1, and that's a miss. All right, moving down the pike here. Let's see what we can do. Well, these guys are all just point blank. So this poor guy is just going to catch it all in the face. So 16 to 6, it's going to be a 2.5 to 1 with a +2. And that's going to be, what, a 62 at 2.5 to 1. It's a hit. Those guys are actually decent. Yep. All right, then we got more guns to shoot. So let's go ahead and see what looks interesting out here. We got all kinds of nonsense. David has done a great job keeping everybody mostly screened. Well, we might as well take a pot shot here at these guys. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll be a 1-to-1 shot. And here we go. And that's a miss. All right, moving down the line. I've got these guys here. And we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can fire on that hex. And that will also be a 1-to-1. But I think my leader gives me a +1. So it's a 1-to-1 with a +1. Here we go. Hey, that's going to be a hit on that half of the unit.
Oh, just missed. All right. So they PGD.
You'll bring him right back. Oh, yeah. They were going to be ways well, so.
All right, we got more shooting to do here. So let's move on to the next exciting targets. So now we're over here by readout number 2. And we've got the somewhat less skilled Sobier. He's good, but he's not as good as Drouot. We'll know to move Drouot there next time, right? So let's fire What would be a good one to do? Let's draw a thread. Yep, we'll just go this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 12 to 6, 2 to 1 there with a +6. Oh, that's 2 hits.
Okay. That guy's destroyed.
No, he's got 1 increment left.
Yeah. Oh, he does. I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's got to make a morale check. It's a good chance he's going to take a
And
walk.
it's going to be a -12 because he's half and then half for one event.
Yeah. Hey, he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't.
All right.
I'm fine, boy.
So then we've got a 1-to-1 shot here. We've got a +6 for Sobier, but a -6 for Ricochet. So here we go. Hey, that's a hit on those guys as well. And that's a morale check for them.
Oh, that's another
And
good
they're
roll.
happy too. All right, then we've got General Gross here. He does not have an artillery bonus, but he's pretty good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to take a pot shot. Right. Well, we can go there or we can go there. I guess we will go there. So into your skirmishers, I've got 12 to 14, and that's a miss. And then I guess into this hex here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It'll be a 1-to-1 with a -6, and that's going to be a miss. All right. Then I've got these guys here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll fire on that hex. Right, I don't think we can go anywhere else. Well, we could go. No, we already fired on that hex. So we got to fire on that hex. So that's going to be a 12 to 14. And that's a hit. All right, and then we've got a 1-to-1 with a -6. Oh, we've lost our ammo again. That's the second time that battery has rolled an 11. All right, let's see here. Somewhere I had game markers. There we go. So we'll drop that there. All right, we've got our assault on your guns. So we'll just roll and see what we get. 62, that actually might be a hit. So I've got...
Yeah, but you fire. They're like skirmishers now.
Right, so if I have... So I got to see what I have. If I've got 8 to... yeah, so it's 8 to 14. Right? So is that going to be 1 to 2? So it's 62. That's going to be a hit.
I rolled a 65.
So they're happy. There's just slightly less of them there.
Did you, okay, you kill them and not suppress them?
Well, they don't have any ammo anyway. But yes, technically they would be suppressed as well. Although the
Oh,
likely
yeah, but I thought, what about the 2 hits thing to kill a guy?
that's if it's counter battery fire. This is musketry, so he had a higher fire defense. But okay, so then these guys, it's 2.5 to, so it's going to be a 1-to-1 shot on those guys there, and that's a miss. All right, and then we've got a shot here. These guys were still in skirmish order, right, John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got flipped, but
It just, yeah. So here we go. 64. That might even be a hit. So I've got.
And how many do you have left there? 3 or 2?
Yeah, I've got I think 6. Right? Yeah, so I've got 6 to your 14. So that's 1 to 2.5. A 64 is a hit.
Boy, Eric is hot tonight. I tell you, Eric. You don't have to kick the dog tonight.
Well, I'm going to try not to kick the dog. That is usually a very messy thing to do. All right, and last but not least, we've got a bunch of guns over here that can fire.
I think I have to check because.
Oh yeah, because he's lost half.
He's lost more than half. He's lost more than half to one event.
Yes. Yeah, so you would make a morale check with a -12. So that's going to be a 24. So he still passes.
Yeah.
Your best effort to get rid of him. All right. Let's see. So I got some guns here that can fire. Why do I keep hitting the wrong buttons? Here. So those guys will fire. What's a good target for us to shoot? So we will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I fire this way, it's firing in through the back, so they're not going to have. They'd just be like they're in clear. So we'll have this guy here fire here, and then the ricochet goes through. So that's going to be 8 to 6, 1-to-1. 22 is a miss. And then we've got a little bit back here into that. So that's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. That's still 8. But 8 to 14 with a -6. And that's a miss. All right, these guys are going to fire crossways. And my leader adds. So, John, can you take a look at the leader that's here with that unit? Because, not John, but David. Tell me what his artillery bonus is.
Wouldn't be 5 in attack and 7 in defense?
No.
No, it would be the number that's on the others above the morale.
Oh, there are 3. Okay.
So it doesn't look like he fixed it. Okay, because I thought you downloaded the newer version.
Yes, I'm on the newer version.
Okay. Well, then it's a +3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. He had a set of leaders that their names are spelled very similarly, and the backs of them are the same, but the fronts of them are different. And so he was supposed to change it. I sent him notes, but I can't. I thought he would have changed it by now. That's why I was asking David if it had been updated. So it's 2-to-1 with a +3 on these guys here. So that's going to be a hit and a morale check on the first of the 26th Ergerskis. Yep, they are going to disorder.
But am I considered in general order terrain or not?
Am I assaulting you?
No.
No. So you are going to disorder.
Oh, it's a 12. I thought it was a 22. I'm sorry. I thought like in I thought like, okay, never mind. Like a special structure, like
Yeah.
a square. You get like a bonus or something for your roll. So, hang on a second. Looks like 22 to me, but
Yeah, it's a 12. So, and those guys are half dead, so you would have needed something pretty decent to get them to. Hey, don't take my guns with you.
Oh yeah, hang on. Pull them out of there.
Yeah, just put them in the river. That way, if you go to if you go to occupy that place again, we won't have the same issue. We know they're there. So, all right, here we've got a shot. Who should we shoot? Well, we'll shoot that guy there. So, I think I've got 3 increments there. So I've got 9 to 14, and that's going to be a hit. There might not be anything left of that guy.
I don't think so. Yeah, that guy's dead.
Or just take them. I'll put them up on the thing for you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I can't do it. It just
know.
it just goes.
Mm.
Is he part of the advance guard, or is he part?
Yeah, he's part of the avant. I mean, he's part of the Russian Corps. So we've just been putting the dead over on the corps level track. It's easier to keep track of them that way than putting them back on the other thing. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, now we can get to the stuff that's on the other side of the river, which is our favorite thing to do. So let's go ahead and draw a bead right here. So we'll hit these guys here. It's going to be a 1-to-1 shot on those guys. So here we go. Hey, that's a hit. And then we got a 1-to-1 with a -6, and that is not a hit. Okay, now moving to the macaroni schnitzel. I think we had a shot over this way. Range of, everything's at extreme long range. So we'll fire there. We'll be at half our long range, so it's going to be 4 to 6 on that hex there. Oh, that's a miss. And we would be at 4 to 6 on this hex here with a -6. Can we even hit something? Potentially, if you roll a 65 or 66. Oh, a 56. It was a nice roll. Would have liked that on the first one. Okay, so that is it for all of the shooting. Now, we finally get to do our assault. So, I have 7-to-1. And I don't know what that means for you as far as what...
It means I'm gone.
Okay.
Done. I rolled a 26,
Oh, yeah.
and
yeah.
it's a huge, it's
Yeah.
like 18.
Yeah. Yeah.
Negative 18, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now,
So he's going.
question: do I need to advance, or can I stay in the hex I'm at? I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah, I think now with all of this stuff, now I'm not sure of anything now.
Oh, guess
All
what?
right.
I just found it. All assaulting units must enter the assaulted hex as a result of a successful melee. Oh, but this wasn't. This was a pre-melee morale check that failed.
Yeah, this is where they can go if they pass their morale check, and if they don't pass their morale check, they just sit there.
Yeah, assaulting units may advance into the hex vacated by the reactive units that failed their merit. They may not, however, initiate a second melee. So I could either move in or not. I'm going to opt not to. So we'll go ahead and take your guns off. And put them in among the piles of dead. Oh, actually, they'll go in the battery box, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. The French strike back. Okay. And... all right, I think that's it. So I've got rolls for various and sundry things to recover. So let's start first with my artillery. So we'll start with the artillery here with the 44th, and they're back. And then we'll do the artillery that's here, and they're not back. And then my Bastion, they're back. Okay. All right. Then we've got a bunch of units back here that are routed. So let's take a look here. We got these guys here. 52, they're going to recover. And they will be in column. Eventually I will get the right thing. Okay. Okay, and then these guys here with Dresde, and they recovered. All right, and we'll flip them, and they need to face a hex vertex, and they're part of the hex side, I should say. So they'll go that way. All right, and delete that, and then these guys automatically recover because the Emperor is there. And we can delete that. Is there anybody else anywhere else? Oh yeah, I've got this cavalry over here. We'll roll for them. 23. I don't think so. So they're going to keep moving. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's all the further they can make it. All right. Are you guys aware of any other units or stuff I need to roll for over on this side of the map?
No, no.
Okay.
Looking around, I don't see anything.
Okay. Well, that's probably as good as anything
What's
else.
that square marker on that one guy?
Square marker on
That's
what guy?
me. I put that guy in square.
He can't be in square.
Oh, no.
Austrians
But they're
can't be in
Austrian.
square.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They got to be in battalion mass.
Now, I did want to just back to our discussion of battalion mass, I just wanted to point out now on the firing thing, what was your rule saying for the firing?
So opportunity fire is through anything that's moving through your zone of influence, right? And the zone of influence is through your front hexes.
But in the battalion mass rules, it says a unit in battalion mass has a zone of influence in all of its adjacent hexes.
Well, let's take a look and see.
6.3 in the special rules.
Can you tell me which paragraph that is?
1, 2, 3, 4, fifth paragraph down, almost at the bottom.
Yeah. It only may move through its front orientation.
So where, because I'm looking at the rules, the Dresden rules.
I'm looking at the I don't have the one that came with the thing there, so it may say something.
So Eric, if you look under the illustration of Austrian Infantry Regiment and Multi-Battalion Line, just look underneath that. A unit in battalion mass does not subtract 2 for movement points when it moves, but may move its full move potential. And then it has, though it has an all-around facing, it may only move through its front orientation, as if it were in a column.
Right.
It does not roll on the Crayer realization chart, but instead must roll to stand. When it fires its printed fire value, regardless of attack coming from its front, side, or rear, like any unit in square, it may make a fire attack on 3 non-contiguous.
Okay. Oh, it's not just through the front.
No. It has to move through its front. It can't move through its sides, even though it can fire through it. It just can't move that way.
Right, but David is saying that he sees somewhere where it says it has a zone of influence all the way around.
Mine are the special rules that I downloaded from the ME site.
Oh,
Yeah.
So they're the Marie Louise version. I don't have the box version.
right.
Nobody's sending me a printed copy of that, so I don't know what they say versus this. But as I said, in that one, when it under the battalion mass section, it says cavalry that melee a battalion mass do so at half their melee value, do not receive the doubling bonus of charging in a straight line. The lance bonus, however, is unaffected. Infantry that assaults a battalion mass melee it using their printed unmodified melee value, neither charging cavalry nor assaulting infantry enter the hex of the battalion mass in order to melee, unlike a normal square.
Right. So
Mass may not.
Yeah. So John, we're looking at the rules. If you look at the paragraph just above the illustration of the unit in battalion mass, the last sentence says, players should note that a battalion mass moves like a column, assaults like a column, and fires like a column, except when it's facing an enemy cavalry charge. Then it performs like a square.
Then it fires like a square. But
right,
but that
only when
anything
it's
to
being
do with you moving through its zone of influence, though.
Right. So only when it's being assaulted by cavalry, then you would fire, out through. You'd use its printed value like it's in square. Otherwise, it fires like a column. Column only fires out through its front hex sides. Right. And so
No, because if you go underneath the next illustration, it says a unit battalion moves it, though it has an all-around facing, it may only move through its front orientation. If it does not, so it's sort of kind of, here, there.
Right. So then
like
it's talking about when it's being charged by enemy cavalry. Right? So that paragraph is then talking about when it's being charged. Like a unit in square, it makes a fire attack on 3 contiguous adjacent hexes. But in the previous one, it's very clear that
it fires its printed value regardless of the attack coming from the front, side, or rear. Like a unit in square, it may make fire attacks. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that the first one says it's very clear. It says it fires like a column. Right? And columns only fire out through their front hexes. Now, when it's being assaulted by, or it's being attacked by cavalry, then it makes a morale check and it fires out through basically an all-around facing. I mean, it seems pretty clear to me that what happened. So, because opportunity fire is only taking place when you're moving through the front of a unit's
the zone of influence.
Zone of influence. I mean, otherwise you could just move battalion masses in among a bunch of troops, and they just can get to fire everywhere. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it's only a case when they're being charged that they have that all-around square-like ability, but all the rest of the time they just have the front face.
There's a little logic here. Here's this mass of cavalry coming down on it. It's in battalion mass. It's going to act like it's in battalion mass. If the cavalry is just swirling around it, which it has to do anyways because it can't enter the hex with it like it can with a square, wouldn't it be acting like a square even if it wasn't?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is the cavalry is, so imagine that you've got a unit that's in column and you pass by its flank or rear hex side.
But they're not in column.
No. Just hear me out.
Yeah, okay.
And you wouldn't get a fire. If you're moving through its front, you do. Right? Opportunity fire is going to happen. Now, in the particular case that we had, which never really happened, the cavalry would be moving past it, and it would be...
But the only time it makes reference to your front hex is it says it may only move through its front hex. It says it has an all-around facing, so therefore... It could fire outside, could fire all around, but it can only move through the front. Because it's this gigantic mass of guys.
Right. So then the question is, what does Ed mean by it fires like a column? Does he mean that it uses its printed value like a column? Or does he mean that it fires out through its front hex sizes like a column?
But it says if you read down a little further, it says that when it's attacked by cavalry, that it fires like a square, so it can fire into three different hexes.
Right. So my question is, in our particular example, I was not attacking it with cavalry. It was not the target of the charge.
Yeah, it was opportunity fire.
Yeah, and by the same stroke, what if it was infantry that was moving past it through its rear or flank, but non-front hexes? Are you saying that I would have to stop movement? But its ZOC only goes out through its front.
By a square, what does it do?
If it's moving by a square, yes, because a square has that, but this doesn't. This specifically says it's like a column. I don't know.
I know what you're saying, but I think it's not a column when infantry comes up to it, and a square when cavalry comes up to it. I think he's just delineating the difference between whatever kind of assault you're making on it.
Well, the
You know,
good news is that there's a real chance that Ed will be watching this at some point during the week. If he doesn't, I will send him a little note saying, "Dear Ed, could you please clarify this?"
I mean, I
Clarify.
there's a little distinction there. And, you know, all of a sudden, if the guy is cavalry, and all of a sudden, well, I'm not going to charge you, but I'm just going to go by you, so you can't shoot at me because I'm not in this square over here. That's kind of
Well, but
some logic going
That's
on.
not logical, you know. Yeah.
well,
And
but
that's all.
yeah, but the thing is that the idea is that when they pass that morale check to form into battalion mass, right, then they're prepared to defend against the incoming cavalry.
But if they're already in battalion mass, which is what they are, or line, they only do the morale check if they are in line for the.
No, they have to make a morale check when they are charged by cavalry.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Yeah,
they do.
but you know
Not
what?
if they're already in battalion mass, not according to what I'm reading.
If you, hey, Eric, if
Yeah.
you look down at an Austrian battalion in line, it doesn't roll to form square. It checks its morale to see if it can form battalion square.
In mass.
I mean battalion mass.
Yes. Yeah, but the
So,
battalion
what if
mass
you're in-
the battalion mass have to roll to stand is what I'm saying.
Well, of course they have. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that
Well,
battalions, infantry battalions in a 2-hex line, because that's the only other legal thing that Austrians can be in.
Right.
They don't roll to form square. They roll to be in a battalion mass, and it's not done on this. It's just a morale check.
Right. And so by the same
In
stroke,
my version that I'm reading here, it says if the unit passes this check, it forms battalion mass, shrinks to 1 hex. This is when it starts his line. If either of the 2 hexes are currently deployed in, owning the player's discretion, the unit does not roll to stand again in subsequent melee à cheval phase.
right, because it already
He's already in battalion mass.
right, it rolled to change into battalion mass. So it passes morale check to stand basically.
Right, but he's already in battalion mass.
Right, but
What happens then?
you still have to make a morale check to stand in front of a charge. So if you're being charged in battalion mass, you have to make a morale check.
Yeah, but again, the only thing that makes reference to the front hexes is movement. That's the only thing. That's the only thing in this that makes any reference to front hexes.
But it also, well, and so then it's a question of with a zone of influence, is the zone of influence in all 6 hexes, or is it only through the 2 front hexes?
Well, it would say it has all around move. It says right here, though it has all around facing, it may only move through its front orientation as if it were in a column.
Right, and so it assaults. Yeah.
In his own
When it fires, it fires its printed value regardless of the attack coming from its front, side, or rear.
Right, exactly. Like a unit in square, it may make fire attacks on 3 non-continuous adjacent hexes. Unlike a unit in square, however, it fires its full printed value in each hex.
Right, so the question is, you guys are saying that that's all the time. It doesn't matter what's moving past it, infantry, cavalry, whatever, could be moving through what we would consider its rear hexes or its flank hexes, its quote-unquote front hexes.
It makes sense that it would fire the same all the time, not something different for opportunity fire as opposed to other fires.
Whereas, Eric, I agree with what you're saying, but that's just you and I using our own logic. The only thing that he makes reference to front hexes is that is it. Though it has an all-around facing, it may only move through its front hexes. And that is the only thing in here that refers to front hexes.
Yeah, I mean, it talks about that, but it also says it fires like a column, except when facing an enemy cavalry charge. Then it performs like a square. So it's
Then we
very
go back
clear
to
that, yeah.
It fires like a column because it uses its printed value.
Right, so that's one interpretation of that. Or but the fact that it says, except when facing an enemy cavalry charge, then it performs like a square. So that the exception is it acts like a square when it's being charged. The rest of the time, it's acting like a column. That's what I'm saying. So we can.
Yeah, that makes sense, because if that's true, because when you read at the top, it says, however, preferred mode of infantry was line formation. However, they also deployed their column formation so as to increase the fire potential and deliver assaults. This too was modified so that the serried companies in the column could be closed up in face of an enemy cavalry, making the formation denser, and by turning the flanking and rear men outward, provided the unit with all-around facing. While not as effective as a typical square formation, it sufficed. It could be performed in a matter of moments, not minutes. This formation was called a battalion mass. So they're always in a battalion mass.
Right.
So I think what we have to do is get Ed to say something, because it's just slightly confusing.
Yeah, I mean, I will see what comes of it, but at least for the moment, we don't have to worry about it. We've got a week to get it sorted out, or to figure out what we're going to do.
I got a feeling Eric's going to try it again next week.
You think so? Well, here's what's going to happen. If Tom doesn't come back, David's going to be on my team. And
no, you can't have David.
I can't have David. Are you sure? Oh.
He's not willing to defect, I don't think.
I don't know. He could be the reverse Moreau.
He might want to defect as more troops come on the board.
There you go. All right. Well, very good, gentlemen. Oh, wait, we still have more stuff to do, don't we? Yeah, we're not done yet. All right, let's keep pulling stuff. Leader phase. All right. So we can now move Napoleon back. He can hop on his horse and go riding. Gallop, 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 gallop.
Got a couple here.
You know, so just I think that the key to what this thing is saying is that it can be done in moments. So
yes.
So when cavalry is attacking it, it performs like a square. It's just saying that it's got all around facing.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, if I've got a cavalry unit, maybe I wasn't the exact target, but he's going by me, I'm going to still be in that battalion mass, and I'm going to be shooting out like I was in that battalion mass.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a logical thing.
Because it does say that it's performed in a matter of moments, not minutes. So
I'm not going to hold my fire if he's not going to attack me. He's just going by me. I'm going to hold my fire.
No. Yeah.
But again, I'd like to hear the clarification if we get
Yes.
one.
There you go.
All right.
Doesn't mean I'll agree with it.
Well,
Okay, we doing the leader movement?
yeah, I've done my.
Did you move Schwarzenberg? I'd like to see where he's going.
Yeah, I'm going to move him up to there.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 7. It's 10, right? You got to stay within 10.
Yep.
Okay, so. And these guys are going. Okay, this is a road, so they go half.
I was going to say that unit doesn't move with them.
Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that.
Sure, you didn't.
You mean that
to
road
do
marker? That. Okay. Okay, so they do it a half here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6 and.
I'll put your infantry. How come you got two of them? Oh, that's Liechtenstein. Oh, that's a different one.
There's
That's
multiple.
Liechtenstein and Weisenwolf.
I'm going to put your infantry unit back.
Okay. One. That's not a road. Okay. One. Trail. I guess there's no special movement. Okay. 1, 2. 6, 7. Okay, Helmer.
Which segment do I get to read? Or that's the regroup, right? Where I get to still try and limber that one artillery piece.
Yeah, during regroup, that's when stuff can do stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I got more left here.
7. Over to there. Good. Whoever did the leader poll did a good job.
Well, I do try, Al. I know that you guys are really, really behind with everything.
On there, He's only a 2. Unlikely to get my cavalry deal. So I think I'm gonna have to do it.
You know, Eric, I think you're probably you're probably correct in that when it's infantry, it fires out its front, and when it's cavalry, it fires all around. But I think David's right too, that if cavalry comes through that zone of control, then even though they're not the target, then they would fire at them like cavalry. I mean, like a square, because that whole battalion mass thing changes within a matter of seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
And I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Let me know when you guys are done with your leader movement.
I'm done with mine. Are you done with yours?
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Draw us from the cup.
You guys do. I think at this stage we're just regrouped.
I think
only thing
David,
left.
it's your turn.
Last one. All right. Regroup.
Okay.
So, out of command. Now, if they were in command, they can't.
That's correct. Yeah, they if they were in command just a minute ago, they can't go shuffling off necessarily.
Okay, so that means that these guys are all in command. But these guys were 1, 2, 3, 5. Your big regiments down here, don't forget them, David.
They fired. They can't move, right?
They fired. I didn't know that was a. They fired, therefore they weren't in command.
But they did defensive fire. Does that?
But that's not a measure of command. You can be out of command and do that.
Well, I know they're out of command doing it, but they can't do anything else, right? Well,
No, they can.
Well, they
can kick.
before they couldn't because they were in the zone of influence of an enemy unit. But it looks like that cavalry unit is gone. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So now they are able to. Now they are able to move.
Okay.
Oh. Wow.
And I'm going to roll for this guy and see if I can find it. I mean, this is one of the 4. I do have an officer. I limbered. Yes.
Those guys, finally, after all of that.
And since he's out of command he can move, right? His commander is up there.
Let's see.
Down.
He can't move. Oh, yeah, he could move. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this guy's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's going to be in general order there, I guess.
Oh, 11:15.
Well, this is the end, John.
Yeah, this is the last one here, guys.
The old men have to go to bed. Actually, I'm going to listen to music, I think, for a little while.
Are you done moving all your stuff, guys, or are you still moving stuff around?
I'm done.
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay. Yeah.
All right. And
So that's the end of the evening. Another evening filled with glorious rules discussion.
all right, so it is the 12 o'clock turn, and
Reinforcements.
I don't know that I have reinforcements. You guys might be getting some more stuff
Yeah,
that
something at
pops
12.
up. Yeah,
Uh,
I get stuff at 12:20. You probably get some more guys that become active, right?
yeah, we got one that comes active down, some cavalry down here that comes active. Down in Rosnitz.
Yes, you just don't have enough stuff down there. That's all I can say. You got some stuff that's active at 3, some stuff that's active at 12. I'm sure you know what it all means. So
I was reading about the battle. They didn't even start. The Austrians didn't even get started until 4 p.m. Right?
yeah, that sounds about right.
And they are slow.
Yeah. They were singing The Sound of Music.
Well, there you go. Edelweiss and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good, gentlemen.